Hello, folks. I want to give a brief video here today just about goals, setting goals. And the goal here is when you set goals, is make the goals attainable. I think a lot of times people, when they make goals, they either number one are not really specific oriented, they're general. And number two, are they achievable or not achievable? And here's where I think the best solution to this, folks, is you just write down something that I'm working on currently right now. Is I write things down on things that I like to achieve, or one, for instance, there's some research or the research I'm doing. I have specific goals of I like to have chapter 4, which is pretty well done. My chapter 5 is pretty well done. So the goal here is I set attainable goals and goals that are very achievable to get done. The second goal here is being specific. And I usually sometimes struggle with this myself, is when you try to make goals specific oriented. A case in point or example of this would be like lose weight. I'm trying to lose some weight because once I finish graduating with my PhD, I like to do some, excuse me, I would like to do some um, lectures. And right now I've got one thing that I've done is on my dissertation about the COVID on the Native Americans. And then I've got another thing that I'm working on, Native Americans in the casinos. I do have my book, The Empowerment and Change. I also don't buy my lottery ticket. And then I'm also doing the Toastmaster thing. So, and the Toastmasters is part of this process of the goals, because what I want to do is I want to be more getting my point across, and also showing different. I felt for a while there my tone of voice is very monotone. So what I'm trying to do, or what I'm working on, is increasing my monotone or increasing my volume on speeches. So that would help that out as well. So the goal here, even though it's multi-level, is the Toastmasters, and the Toastmasters is going to help my speaking ability, and also to be able to get my point across and have a command of my audience. So as you can see here, when I write these goals down, I'm keep it down to 2 or 3 areas of interest or concern. I think what happens, like I said, like previously said a few minutes ago, first, the goals are not specific, and number two, the goals are not obtainable. And like I said, another one is I'm like 30 pounds overweight. Well, I want to lose 10 pounds this month. Well, that's not an attainable goal to say like. But if I say, oh, I want to lose 2 pounds, 3 pounds this month, lose 20 pounds over the 6 months, 7 months, that goal is a little bit more attainable. And there again, what you want to do when you set these goals is they want to be able to have success at it, because a lot of people like to be able to succeed in life and do things in life. So if you make these goals too high, then you're not going to be able to achieve those goals. So these are things area that it's the same way. And though right now part of the goal is finish my PhD, is to create a mentoring and coaching relationship business. Well, part of that goal is I want to get that specific what I want to do. I want to do my psychology work, but I want to create an e-learning line program on mentoring and coaching relationship, because with the COVID going on, a lot of people keeping social distancing, so they've probably lost a little bit of edge on social skills and going out to restaurants and etc. So there again, this is being specific and then getting the goals down. For instance, I took a part-time job, not necessarily do I really want to do that job. It's just something that I want to do because I want to be able to get my psychology license. So when I do this, and once you start getting going, this is the final point I want to make about this. Once you get something going for a week or two, then you go back and assess this and say what's working, what's not working, what can I change. So the big key on this is you test, what I call test and retest, test and see if you can make those changes on there. And so that you're, when you're setting the goals, that you can figure out what's working, what's not working, and I can I change it. And the second and final point is you got to keep an open mind. So folks, when we're talking about goals and objectives, the first thing you need to do is make sure that the goals are attainable, that the goals are specific. And the subtitle or the subset of that would be, once you get that going and you've checked your goals and you're watching this, and like I said, I would also journalize to help with your goals. Then I go back and test, retest to see what's working, what's not working. But the final point is you got to keep an open mind during this process. Anyway, these are some food for thoughts about goals and objectives and how to be successful. So, anyway, folks, have a great week, and I will talk to you soon.